speech today is 100 years of Waldorf education. Now, Waldorf education is, I'm already at the red, or is it?
You're done.
Still green.
Waldorf education is something that's close and dear to me. My kids went through Waldorf education, so I know a little bit about it. So I want to give you a little bit of an overview, a quick glimpse of what is Waldorf education and where did it come from. And this year is the 100th year of Waldorf education. It was formed or developed 100 years ago, 1919. And who was the person behind it? Well, it was developed by Rudolf Steiner in 1919. This Rudolf Steiner is an Austrian scientist and philosopher. And that's officially, but he was very prolific, and he did a number of things in all areas. So he's given a lot of lectures. He's given 6,000 lectures, and there's like 300 volumes of work of him in all areas: philosophy, religion, education, economics, mathematics, architecture, speech, music, drama. His hands has been in a lot of this. About 100 years ago, this is right after World War I, 1919, somebody came to him and says, how can we educate children so they develop into human beings that will not have a tendency to go to war? They can develop peace. And he said, okay, I can come up with something for you. And he got to work in a short order. The first Waldorf school came into being in Stuttgart, Germany. There was 175 students, and it was developed mainly for the workers, the children of the workers of this factory called Waldorf Astoria, and that's where the name comes from. So the focus of the education is nurturing and developing not only the intellectual, but also physical, emotional, aesthetic, moral, and even spiritual. So it's not only just important reading, writing, and architecture, but arithmetic, but also art, music, and handcrafts. So this has been a movement that's been growing. Now it's an international movement, so it's 1,000 schools all over the world. There's a lot of schools in Europe. There's all over. You have schools in Kenya, Egypt, in Brazil, in South America, Central America, and there are 150 schools right here. There's one actually. There's a couple right in this local area. Sacramento Waldorf School is one. That's my children went to, and there's also one in the foothills. There are also a number of them in the Bay Area. So what is that there are primarily independent schools, they're private schools, but there's also a movement that a lot of charter schools are adopting some of the philosophies of teaching methods of the Waldorf education. So what is Waldorf education? One of the ways that they say is Waldorf education not only teaches the head, but also teaches hands as well as your heart. So it teaches the three H's: head, heart, and hand. So I'm going to pass some little pictures of some of the scenes from the classrooms around, so you can take a look at this. So what does it mean by developed by the heart? Well, I mean, the head, we of course know, is the academics. You're teaching reading, writing, arithmetic, but also teaching the heart. That's the area of music, area of the arts, painting, sculpture, and various arts, and then also teaching, educating the hands, and that's the focus on crafts, doing things with your hand, woodworking, gardening, knitting. They get into metalwork, as some of the pictures that you will see, come through. Now, why is it important for the three, to educate in three H's, three heads and heart and head? The reason being is that Steiner believes that we're more than our heads. I mean, there is a tendency to educate our heads. Mathematics, all the subjects are really, a lot of them are targeted to developing your head. And even today, everybody has a computer in their hand, so there's a lot of, it even intensifies that, I believe, now than before. But, we are more than our heads. There's also this middle realm, the heart and the lungs and the rhythmic system. So educating that is important. Also, the limb system, the hands and the feet and this movement, that's also important. So the key in developing skills, there's a lot of movement in the school, and as I said, the arts play a big role. One of the a quick little things I wanted to say, an anecdote about the Waldorf education, that during the grade school, the teacher stays with the children going through the 8 years, from the first grade all the way to the 8th grade, and that's a unique feature of the school. And there are subject schools, of course. There's, besides the main teacher, you have language teacher, you have the arts teacher, the handcraft and various handcraft and gardening and so on and so forth. But there is a main teacher that stays with the children as they go through the 8 years. There's also a high school, Waldorf High School. The Sacramento has high school here. There are about 150 schools in the U.S. and 40 of them have high schools. So the belief is educating the head and the heart and the hand makes for a well-rounded, balanced individual, balanced human being. So that is a quick summary of what I had in mind. So again, I want to repeat, as I started, the motto or the core belief of the Waldorf education: accept the children with reverence, educate them with love, send them forth in freedom. Thank you very much.